It's an advice for business leaders. And remember, with the Hartford, the Bucks got your back.
Got a new kitten? Or looking to spoil the ones you already love? Shop.
What's going on right now? I'm gonna attempt to take one of those sponge bath thingies in a new way. Instead of using my chair, I'm gonna try to use my bed area and obviously conserve water as much as I can. I'm heavily concealed. I think this will be easier to work with. Just kind of like laying my legs over the front of my bed area. And then again, you know, washing my body in sections, conserving water, not trying to get too much. I have a towel down. Hopefully I can stay on the towel. Any water drips, it'll get on the towel. I thought about what the worst that could happen is, and like if I get a little bit of water and soap on my bed underneath, you know, before I go to the laundromat and wash it, it's not like terrible, I guess, as long as it's not too much to create you know, like a mildew situation. But I guess this doesn't really get this blanket doesn't really get, you know, like congested. It can breathe, kind of. It's got two foam pads underneath it to have a space between them, and then there's a piece of wood. There's a blanket underneath that if that didn't move. But wood can breathe. Wood's got space, and there's a gap between the pad. It's not 1 6-inch thick. It's a 2 3-inch thick mattresses. So yeah, we'll see. This is the first time testing it out. I was able to use the chair again. It's maybe not as much room as this to work with. I kind of realized this when I was like moving in between the spaces, and I'm gonna test it out and see how it works. So I took a shower, tried to use the space I had laid out on the bed that I had with the towel. Laying down horizontally was way more difficult than sitting up vertically in my chair with a little bit of wiggle room like in front and behind me, sitting in my driver's seat. So I went back to that and took a sponge bath doing that. And basically, if you think about it, it seems pretty ridiculous to like take a sponge bath like sitting in a driver's seat, but when we take the standard for, I guess, taking showers and like using excessive amount, I would consider it an excessive amount of water now. I basically use like a washcloth. You think of the name of a washcloth. When they started using washcloths, I would bet that they conserved water more. And like maybe when the sewer system wasn't set up, washcloths might have been invented before the sewer system. And if that's the case, then I would definitely guess that people conserved water with washcloths. And washcloths, you could treat them almost like a filter. You start off using them, like traditionally maybe they start off using them with just water, you know, lather your body up with some water, then, you know, eventually bring in the soap through the washcloth like a filter to your body, and then eventually the dirty soap and the dirty suds and the dirty water, you know, off your body. I don't know, without like using too much water, without dripping. I don't know if they had running water like plumbing, or they, you know, this was the thing before they had the sewer systems. I'm just taking a guess, just trying to like understand how washcloths were invented. But basically, like the washcloth, I used it like a filter, you know, first water, then sud it up with soap, and then lather your body up, getting your body, you know, first hydrated, then suds it up with soap, then And again, working in increments, not doing this all at once to overload and, waste water. And then basically like working water back through the washcloth to get the soap off of your body, and then getting the soap back from your body into the washcloth, which is a filter. And then as the water builds up in the washcloth again from the water that you get off of your body, some water, I believe, because I have to go to the bathroom whenever I go in a pool, whenever I go swimming, whenever I take a shower, that if you're, depending on your level of hydration at the time that you take a shower or a bath, or you submerge your body in water, your body will absorb a different amount of water every time you like submerge yourself in water or just like take a shower or whatever. And like some water gets absorbed in your body, and then the water that doesn't, you get off with the washcloth, and eventually you keep draining water out of the washcloth, getting water off your body. And it's like a process of filtering soap through the washcloth first, and then dirty water and soap through the washcloth when you're done. And if you think about it like that, it doesn't seem as, if you understand it, it doesn't seem as ridiculous. And you kind of like, I felt like I was almost doing like yoga in positions, working in sections through my body, and then keeping track. Sometimes I would take a shower when I took a standard shower, but say whatever 5-10 years ago, or all the time, you don't get all the soap off of you. Take it very carelessly. You don't think about water conservation. You don't think about anything when you're doing it. And this is almost like, it's more difficult, but I'm building up a skill for taking a shower, or practicing hygiene in a way where I'm not as wasteful, and I'm more conscious of where soap is on my body. Am I getting all the soap off? Like, it might have taken me a little bit longer, maybe an hour, but you don't necessarily have to shower every single day. And you don't necessarily, depending on how much you work out, depending on how much sweat builds up, there's just all a science behind everything. And it's almost like you're just doing a more skillful way of practicing hygiene. And it's like a sponge bath, like a smarter sponge bath. But like I said, I had to like hold myself in positions, work the soap off of my body, paying attention to where soap is, and am I getting all the soap off here? Am I focusing on areas that build up more sweat more? My armpits, my feet, that I wear socks a lot, pretty often, so that's definitely an area I like to focus on. My private area, for sure. So just thinking about how you're taking a shower and just what you're using when you're doing it. I don't know. It worked out better. Definitely sitting up though. That was how I started this video. I definitely went off tangent, but I think this is a thing that I can like get better at, and maybe next time it won't take me an hour. Maybe next time it'll take me 55 minutes, then 50 minutes, then 45 minutes, and slowly building up the skill where it's kind of like I'm practicing yoga and personal hygiene at the same time. And it was honestly kind of cool, like even like a workout too, because you're holding yourself in positions, using muscles you wouldn't normally use, taking a standard shower, just standing up lazily. And I think taking a colder shower has benefits from taking a warmer shower. I don't know what those are, but there's probably something in that too, where I'm using room temperature water versus steaming hot water. But I didn't mind it. It was pretty cool, and I feel absolutely refreshed. So cool. it's Monday, March 29th, 2001. I got to Philadelphia on Friday. Parked, I think it was like 8 p.m. around, it was evening time, it was nighttime. And I ended up moving to a spot that same night, and I'm still in that same spot on Monday. With the coronavirus, they're not giving out tickets. I haven't gotten any issues, really. I'm waiting for some money to transfer for some crypto to make some moves, so I'm gonna make some coffee and just chill out and keep watching movies and playing video games like I've been doing, I guess. Just waiting for some money to transfer so I can get some gas money and make some moves. I could probably scrounge up some money I have and maybe do deliveries, you know, on a low fuel tank, low gas in my tank, but it's kind of risky. Rather just sit, let the money transfer, and take it from there. But it's kind of funny, I've been in the same spot for like 5 days in the city, where the last time I was here, I got a parking ticket, an overnight parking ticket in a handicap spot when I went to a wedding, and my car was locked. I lost my key fob. I had to call a locksmith. I remember walking with the sun coming up from being downtown, and I got in an argument with some taxi who, I don't think I had any money left, and he just dropped me off in a pretty crappy part of Philadelphia, and then I ended up walking back to my car and getting a locksmith and everything else, getting like a $400 parking ticket. It was not a good time.